So are we live streaming, Mike? Okay. So good evening, those of you joining us on the live stream. My name is Reverend Dr. Michael McMorrow. I'm the spiritual director here at the Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome to our new friends here.
I'm so excited.
Yes, it's wonderful to have you here. It's wonderful to have you joining us there online. So Friends of Spiritual Unity Movement, of Burl's Drum Circle, and also of the Center for Spiritual Living Granada Hills Spiritual Community. So it's great to have you here with us this evening. Burl is taking care of a few little details, but as we are live streaming, I thought I would get up here and just tell you the story of my life. No, I won't bore you with that. So Burl is back, so let me just tell you what we're going to do. We have a little opening ritual. So Reverend Nancy, I'm going to ask you to light the candles for us. We have an opening ritual, then I'm going to do a little invocation, a creative thought, then I'll introduce Burl, and he will take us through our drumming meditation this evening. We'll be shutting down around 7:50, 7:55. We'll see where Burl's at. Or if everybody runs out of gas before then, we'll see. I haven't been to one of these before myself, so I'm looking forward to meditating to rhythm. And so it's great to have you with us here this evening. So let's just start by taking a deep conscious breath and release. And in that release, just allow ourselves to kick the dust off the sandals, to just release the day. All the hustle and bustle to get us here, and surrender to this eternal now moment as we come together for our call to service, which we call lighting the flames of faith. And we perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Now, fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here this evening. So as Reverend Nancy, our assistant minister here at the center, as she lights the first candle, it's for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. The fifth candle we light for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. The eighth candle we light for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. The ninth candle we light for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. The 10th candle we light for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of spirit in their lives, and for the space we hold for them here in our sanctuary, within our online community, of course within our own hearts. And as Reverend Nancy lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
So grateful, I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful, I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God.
So if you would join me again with taking a deep breath. And in that release, feel the sweet surrender to that aspect of the living Spirit within our own heart, within our own understanding, as we know that to be, to just surrender to that fountain, that wellspring of love and light in this moment. And recognize that at this level, we truly are all one. And so we invite this power of love, this one power, one presence, the creative impulse of life, a living intelligence, to make itself known by means of this drumming circle here this evening. That we are opening up, we are open at the top to have an experience of, by means of this healing service, to experience the natural rhythm of life by means of a drumming meditation experience. That we release any concerns or conceptions about how it's supposed to be, and to just allow ourselves to be guided by Burl to have a deeper experience of the divine by means of this activity. That we are called here by divine appointment to witness each to the other our own understanding, our own expression, our own unique expression of the divine by means of each one of us. So I just know that we're releasing all of these notions, our cares, concerns for the day, that we are bringing into any sense of discord or challenge that we had through the day. We're just going to drum it all out tonight. We're going to release and let go, knowing it is done, knowing it is so, and together we acknowledge this by saying, and so it is. And so for those of you who are new here, either through coming to when we're around, me being the minister and some of our members here at the center, welcome. We are a center who welcomes all who practice their beliefs and faith and love. And so on Wednesday nights, we typically have a meditation experience that's a little different than tonight. But I've been associated with Burl for several years through Spiritual Unity and the Full Moon meditation experience that he's been connected with for a long time, at least 15 years. Yeah, okay, because I've known you for a while now, or I've been acquainted anyway. And so what we've been working through a book called Sacred Earth, Sacred Soul on these Wednesday nights, which has been an exploration from the Celtic perspective, and which has its own tradition of rhythm within it. And so one of my favorite bands, it's... I have climbed the highest mountains, I have run through the fields, only to be with you, only to be with you. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Try and drum and sing at the same time. That's not so easy. But this was this is the way that I first heard U2. In fact, it was my first experience with a CD. That's how long ago it was. And I heard those rhythms that I grew up with, right, from the Irish traditional music blended into this new rock band, and instantly connected in a very deep and heartfelt way with the rhythmic way in which life was moving through this band, right? Now, I have to say that I have, in fact, found what I'm looking for, because I stumbled into this place and met some great people here who are also looking for a deeper experience of life, where spirituality has been unbounded, where these ideas of what G-O-D is has been let loose and expanded, and to really have an experience to see, well, if God really is love, then what would that look like in the world, and how would that look in my life? If this is the real power of it, how can I use this notion with my own thought? If I get clear in my own thinking, how can I use that power within my own experience to have a deeper experience for myself, but then to also share that with spiritual community? And so with my small experience with drum circles, I know that this too is possible within this realm. So I'm looking forward to this evening, and I would just invite all of us to open up to whatever that unique rhythm is within us that calls to us, and just to allow ourselves to be guided by Burl, who's done this 2 or 3 times by now, and has some expertise in it. And so let's just take a deep breath. Just release this notion. Know that you are most welcome here, old friends and new, as we move into our evening this evening. But before we get into that, we do have a few announcements. The good part about that is we don't have to do them later. All right, so for those of us who are members of this spiritual community, and even those of you who aren't officially, you're welcome to join us this Sunday because we have services here at 9 and 10:30. We live stream at 10:30. This week we will be having our general membership meeting. So it's a little different denomination in that we have a very democratic process in which the membership comes together. We review our financials, what we've accomplished through the year, and the vision that we cast for the upcoming year. So all are welcome to join us in that. We've restarted our youth church on the first and third Sundays. We have really instructors who are really putting forth a very sweet and heartfelt program for our young ones. That's the first and third Sunday. There's childcare on the other Sundays. So if you have children or you know kids who need some church, then you can send them over here. Yeah. So and all are welcome as well. We have a Sangha that meets on Wednesday mornings. That's online. You can check out our website for that. Reverend Nicole leads that. And it says here it starts at 9:30, and that's sharp. These folks don't mess around with the time. Okay. And then on Monday evenings, we've just started a 12-step approach to prosperity known as the 4T, to step out of financial insecurity and into prosperous living, exploring the 4T, which is the tithing of time, talent, and treasure for a new and expansive life. And so you're welcome to, Dr. Maureen is here today. She is our pastor emeritus, and many of us have been taught by her. And I believe, and then if you, Practitioners are available if you're looking for a 2-minute tune-up for prayer treatment, which is our basically an affirmative prayer. If you're not familiar with the term, we have half dozen people here who will be glad to take a couple minutes with you and pray you up if you need it. Okay, with that, that's pretty good. So let's invite Burl Bolerjack. Bolerjack. So come on up, Burl, and
Right.
you have a microphone here if you want to open us up with some.
I have
Oh, there you go.
microphone, I believe. I'm not sure I'm on.
You
Am I?
are.
All right, good.
The voice of God.
Mike, do you look in the back closet to see if there was those buckets?
Yeah, but we have drums.
Oh, we have enough drums,
Yes.
okay.
Now, anyone who doesn't have a drum and wants one, we have rattles and drums up here. Would you like one, Kabbalah? What would you like? Do you want that? I can get you a frame drum and beater. Yeah.
I'm going to be drummed too. Okay.
Those of you who have the frame drums, you may want to, oh, you got a beater? Okay, good. Yeah. All right, nice group here tonight. Reverend Mike said they weren't having that many people coming to the meditation, and I'm happy to see that we got a good turnout. This will be good. So I've been leading these drum circles for a while. I lead them with the drum, and meditating with the drum, like pretty much all meditation techniques, uses a focus for the conscious mind, something to occupy it, something it can hold on to so that it stops paying any attention to that voice in our head that chatters away all day long with a story constantly running. So by using this focus and giving it our attention, depriving the chatterbox of any attention, it will quiet down and become still. When I become still, when this voice quiets down and becomes still, I experience a sense of pure awareness, no thought, pure awareness, and a sense of connection to a greater whole, which for me is the meditative experience. So that's what we're looking for here tonight. That's what this drum circle offers. If you will, just get settled in your chairs, close your eyes. I would like for you to just lay your instruments down for the moment. I start with a guided meditation and just myself drumming. And at some point during the meditation, I will encourage everyone to pick up your drums and join in the rhythm. It's an opportunity to allow the drum to take you into that place of stillness without the additional distraction of playing yourself. And it's just a kind of a way to get started with the experience of allowing the drum to do that. So if you would, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and release, settling into relaxation. Once more, a nice deep breath, and release. Now just breathe normally And with each exhalation, feel yourself slipping deeper into relaxation. Focus on listening. Give the drum 100% of your conscious attention. Ignoring the chatterbox. Allowing it to quiet down and become still. Now I'd like everyone to pick up your instruments. Join in the rhythm. Again, focus on listening. Your body knows your rhythm and will produce that rhythm and fit it into the group rhythm without conscious control. When we do that, the group rhythm becomes a powerful force, capable of carrying us into that place of stillness. like everyone to take a deep breath. As you release, just become aware of your body sitting in the chair. And as the rhythm fades away, whenever you're ready, open your eyes, alert and aware, here and now. That felt pretty good. Normally, although we are constrained for time tonight, I would pass around a talking stick and allow people to share. But tonight, if anyone has something they'd like to share about their experience we've just had, now would be the time. Just let me know and I'll call on you. One of the things about these drum circles, two aspects really. One, some of these instruments can be quite loud and overpowering if played too enthusiastically. And the other is, it's best in this drum circle if we can hear around the circle and hear everyone's rhythm. So the message in that is, play loud enough to be heard, but not loud enough to drown out the people around you. So I felt like we did pretty good on that first round. So thank you. All right, if there's no sharing, we will move to,
I love to sing with this.
excuse me?
I love to sing with the drumming.
Yeah, good.
I look forward to doing that.
Yeah. I fell in love with, about around the year 2000 or so, I began attending drum circles, and occasionally I found one where this meditative experience was available. And I shortly thereafter began collecting instruments and putting these on. This moment of stillness, pure awareness, and connection is, life affirming for me. It just brings out the joy, and I love to share it. If anyone would like to try a different instrument, this is the time. I may try this one. I haven't played it in a while. If you see someone else with an instrument you'd like to try, maybe you can convince them to trade. So again, I encourage you to close your eyes, focus on listening. Let the drum take you to that place of stillness. One thing I didn't mention earlier, if you were drawn to chant, sing, get up and move, any way you wish to add your rhythm to the group. I've started adding a little statement to the end of these drum circles. Those of us who have had this experience of the stillness, that pure awareness, and that connection to the greater whole, know that this is who I am. And one of my favorite teachers, Eckhart Tolle, talks about his contention is that the vast majority of the human race still looks to the thinking brain story as the definition of who we are. And, in my mind, it's no wonder with all these sad stories interacting around the world that our society is in the shape it's in. We who know the truth know that this joyous, beautiful space of pure awareness is who we are, have, I believe, a responsibility to bring that out into the world. There's nothing like the look on someone's face when they have been reminded of who they are. We all need reminded now and then. Even if we meditate on a regular basis, we all need that reminder now and then. And it's a wonderful thing when you're with someone, talking with them, sharing with them, dealing with them in one way or another in the world, to see their face light up when they've been reminded of who they really are. And I encourage you, be a reminder out in the world. And I guess that's it. Yeah, thank you. This has been really joyous tonight. I really love it when we have a group of people that really get that group rhythm. The complexity of it is a pure joy. Thank you. I'll turn it back over to Reverend Mike.
So before we start talking too much, I just want you to feel the resonance, if you can, of the drumming in the circle. And just to take a deep breath. Just for a moment longer. For those of you joining us at home, I hope you got a sense of the experience. So here in the room, I heard our new friend Ed. He had like the bass going. And I heard all these different voices of the different drums. And there was a rattle somewhere over here. There was a rattle Kabbalah had. So all these beautiful vibrations as one resonant sound. So knowing that we have created this field, this vibration, this energetic of receptivity, if there's anything that you would like to see manifest in your life now, or anything that you're grateful for, I welcome you to speak it into the circle now. Continued recovery for my friend Moira.
And for Reverend Patrick Arvila.
And so breathing into this moment then, and recognizing that this time here this evening that we have shared a sacred space that has been resonated and augmented by this drum circle, that we are allowing ourselves now to connect with this deep, ineffable sense of connection with life by whatever name we know it to be. And so we release now our cares and concerns, our aspirations that we've released into the circle, those kept within our own hearts, those spoken aloud for those joining us online, that we're releasing it to that aspect of the mind of the divine itself that knows only to say yes as the law of its own being. So we release all of it now with a deep sense of gratitude and confidence, knowing it is done. Even as we leave here tonight, we arrive home in safety and in good order. We make our way through the rest of this evening. As we arrive to our beds and our head hits the pillow, we drift off easily to sleep, dreaming deeply, sleeping deeply, restfully, dreaming sweet dreams that we awaken feeling restored, revitalized, with a sense of vim and vigor and excitement for the day. Just taking one more deep breath then, and release, knowing it is done, knowing it is so. And together, let's know this together by saying, and so it is. Amen. So now with that, let's give Burl a big hand. You can drum him in or clap him in. So thank you. That was really nice. Yeah, I was allowing myself to be drummed too, so it was great. So that ends our program for this evening. If you're joining us online, you're welcome to support this Wednesday night effort. And there are baskets in the back for those of you who are here present and choose to, it's not required, but if you choose to support the meeting tonight, that's great. Again, you're welcome to join us at 10:30 online, where we'll be speaking to authenticity. And until then, peace and blessings. Know that you're loved, and we'll see you next time. So long now.